They were talking about Reese, right? I love Reese. I'll defend Reese. Yeah, come up and say something in the parking lot. I'll knock your teeth out.
But I don't give a crap. I had a statutory case with a 15-year-old. Did you hear that? Okay. They'll take this clip. I had a statutory case with a 15-year-old. Make you think less of me, doesn't it?
His channel, and Tommy is allowed to do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. However, it caught me off guard that I told him, I'm never going to speak to you again.
Classy because we discussed it together. We worked it out together. I thought it was classy.
I fucking hate myself right now for putting my kid in this position again. It was so upsetting what happened and so abrupt. It's unforgivable. What he did last night is unforgivable. And he did it in front of my kid. Upsetting what happened and so abrupt. It's unforgivable. What he did last night is unforgivable. And he did it in front of my kid.
He was masturbating while watching your kid in the shower.
I won't do that again.
Make you think less of me, doesn't it?
There are some touches that are good touches, and there are some touches that are bad touches, and there are some touches that are just plain confusing. You know, sometimes a good touch can turn into a bad touch, and then you start to think, I'm not sure I like this anymore. Now,
how do you know for sure when a touch is really bad?
Well, you get a different feeling inside. It's kind of a tingly little feeling that says, uh-oh. And that uh-oh feeling tells you something's wrong.
This has got to be our little secret. Trust me, if you tell your mother and dad, they're not going to like you anymore, and they're going to be very mad at you.
Stop tickling me there.
And I struggle with this. You know, there are parts of me that are dark. I don't act on the stuff. I don't do anything like that. But there are parts of me that are dark. I still find myself constantly wanting to crush people's larynx. I'm constantly there. I dig them. Always been a very, very big fan of women. You know, the concept of calling them birthers, bleeders, menstruators, or any such stuff makes me want to punch somebody in the face and maybe crush a couple of larynx. I'm going to do what I can to get along with the people who disagree with me. I really am. I'm going to make a college effort to do that. And when I'm outside of my porch, I will really go out of my way to be a very, very good person. You understand? When I'm not here, I'm going to go out of my way to be the best person I can, especially if I'm on your porch. But I got news for you. You're on my boat. I have said many, many times, you know, you gave me the best seat in the house. You know, because I'm just a member on this boat. But make no freaking mistake, I wear the captain's hat. I'm telling you, people, I never would have gotten much action. Growing up, I don't think I would have done very well with the lady folk. Because one of the things that I pride myself on was the ability to let someone of the opposite sex know how I felt about them. Hey, wasn't that fun? That was the most important thing you've ever done. That's more important than God. It's more important than your kid. Myself and Sean, right, have a kind of a similar existence with the fact that we both have survived, you know, going to prison and then getting out, remaining sober, doing all of that stuff. So I think that the audience already learned.
That's tickling. That's tickling. That's tickling. I got a blowjob. Sorry. There you go.
When I was 16 years old, I caught a statutory rape case. 15-year-old girl, oral sex. In the state I lived in, that was statutory rape. Now, I didn't get charged until I was over the age of consent. I didn't get taken to court until I was about 18. And then I kind of took off for a little while because it didn't seem like a big deal. And when I got caught up for a fugitive from justice warrant, I was in my 20s. And these people went, The girl is 15 and you're in your 20s. What, you like kids?
I was wondering, do you think that ladies put stuff in their ham wallets?
I make up lies to get super chats. I love cucumbers.
She talked about having sores in her mouth constantly from the amount of oral sex.
Will it help you? Of course it will. Will it help humanity? Yeah, of course it will. At the end of the day, I don't have control over what you do. If you lack humility and you think you're the smartest person in the world and what good could a person like me ever do for you, then you're never going to learn anything. God bless you and good riddance. That's how I feel. But it is what it is. You can be open-minded and learn. You can be closed-minded and ignorant. Whatever. It's not my business. I love you all. My business is to make sure that you have the option. Here's the information. Learn it or not. There. My job is done. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. I love you all so much. This is my opinion. If you want to learn more about what I teach, what I preach, and why, go right there.
My girlfriend sat down to watch some of the stream, and first thing she heard was, "It smells like chlamydia in here." I'm
And that
sorry,
doesn't
chlamydia
smell right.
stinks, and I've smelled it in many public bathrooms. And I'm like, go get your chlamydia checked. It's a simple prescription. I've had it 3 times. Like, there's no excuse for you to have chlamydia. There's no excuse.
Does that pass the smell test?
And now we have a balcony, and it is a long drop to the pavement. And the first time we brought them out, I held them really tight, and walked. I said, "This is why you don't want." And my heart's beating, and she's just like chilling. They have no fear of heights. It's terrible.
I'd rather jump off the balcony.
And now we have a balcony, and it is a long drop to the pavement.
I would jump off that balcony.
I'd rather jump off the balcony.
Brett Miller is a dangerous man and continues to rape women to this day. I continue to rape women to this day.
And have I got a cool way to give a Hummer